shodo-x!
Hey guys, welcome to the 43rd episode of the Soda Pop Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Well, it's been quite a while, but I'm back. It's Josh.
Who's this guy?
No idea.
Alright, where's the other one?
I like gold.
There it is. Okay, well, guys! We've got some amazing news coming out of the Soto-Geo blog, because there's just been a dry spell for 01. And yeah, speaking of stuff that I haven't gotten to, we haven't gotten to talk about AI02. And for that, we're going to be discussing that as our topic while I try to marathon sticker the last figure I haven't done in AI02, and that would be Greece, the one with the most stickers, because I decided that that would be a good idea. But, Josh, you actually took care of the news this week, so why don't you go ahead and lead us in the discussion for Geo featuring AI05.
So, we finally got our final figure in the Ride 12 for the Geo line.
Sure.
So the final figure was revealed tonight for AI05, and honestly, I was not expecting it to be this one.
No, not at all.
At all. I mean, I knew we would get this, but just not now. So the final figure is going to be Geiz Majesty, which is the upcoming V-Cinema form that he'll use. Because I forgot, or at least I either forgot or didn't realize that they're going to have screenings of the movie in Japan this month, even though the actual...
I mean, why would you know that? You're not in Japan to be screened.
Well, I think they said it I think it's in the trailer, they show that the dates.
Oh, okay.
But it's they've been doing that for the last few, I think.
Right, yeah.
This might be just a product of me going through college and having a lot of numbers thrown at me, but anytime there are numbers, my eyes just gloss over them. I do not read them. So if it happens, I specifically have to look down at them and think about it. So if you didn't see them, it's fair.
But even though the actual movie doesn't come out on DVD or Blu-ray with the watch until April, it will be out in theaters, I guess, in February. So they're going to have the figure come out in AI05 because that comes out at the end of February here. So the figure is, exactly what you would expect it to be. It has little individual stickers for all of the secondary rider ride watches that are all over the suit. So,
nice.
I was legitimately thinking, are they going to use the paint budget to paint all of these, or are they actually going to just... do the logical, easy route of just, let's make stickers so that it can all be nice and detailed.
Exactly.
I mean, you say that, but in the blog itself, they noted it's not necessarily the easy route.
Oh.
They did say they spent a lot of time, or the person who made them spent a lot of time making them. So please enjoy them with your eyeballs.
No, yeah,
something like that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Google translated it to something strange like that.
I mean, please enjoy such and such does sound like a Japanese thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's appreciated that it's not just they actually have the rider details on there, and they're not just colored to be what the watch color is.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand why you guys were thinking that was gonna be the case.
I always thought it would be. I thought it was exactly how I thought it was gonna be.
Well, the precedent... Oh, okay, yeah. Because, the precedent that's been set is that we have watch faces, especially for ones that don't move.
And they did the little statues on Grand Geo, so...
Yeah.
It's also
you're right, yeah.
I also didn't see this as an impossibility. It's just, they could handle it two ways.
Sure, but when has, Soto ever skimped out on anything?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
True.
They love us. And we love them. Except for everyone that's just buying 01. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah. So it is interesting. At least I thought it was kind of interesting that we're getting the repainted, retooled versions of Malunis' shoulder pads before they get around to doing the actual original version of that. So
something tells me they're already done with that guy. I don't know what more could go right or wrong with that.
I guess we know at least the shoulder pads got to be done because here they are.
Sure, yeah.
You just have to take the watches off of them.
They're just okay, we figured out the shoulder straps. Now we just got to figure out how all this other stuff works.
Yeah.
I do wonder how beloved Geo is for it to, for them to sort of justify this.
Well, I don't really think
I understand whether or not it's good or not, something is coming out to bolster this thing's release.
Well, I don't really think they have to justify it. I think it's just Soto sticking with their commitment to doing everything.
Sure, yeah, but then, you...
Like to be fair, there's really no incentive for them to still do those movie riders.
There's incentive for them to not do it, especially with the reaction I'm sort of... Or at least the negative reaction I'm seeing.
I mean...
to all this...
I get it.
Stuff in 01.
Like, I understand the complaints about it. I mean...
Same, I understand them.
Geiz Majesty would have happened in the 01 line anyway, because of it being in V-Cinema form, and that's what they've done the last 2 years.
Right.
So, that doesn't...
Well, hey, let's ring the bell. Ripped one sticker! Hell yeah! We are doing it! This is Soto. It's fine, I just smoothed it out.
Well, all I was going to say is when it comes to, wondering how popular Geo is, I think the weapons may have been a questionnaire thing. I can't remember. It seems like anytime they add new stuff, it's like, you guys wanted it.
Oh, to be you know what? That's fair. There must be demand for this.
That option part set definitely didn't need to happen. So
yeah,
the fact that it does.
I think that a lot of this maybe the weapons are the exception, like I just said, but I think the figures are kind of a Thanos thing. They were inevitable.
True.
That's true. The figures were inevitable. Excuse me. But people, sorry, I can't speak with my mouth words. But it's. Seeing the people that are just now into the line and are like, oh man, stickers are improved. Can't wait to see what this does. I'm really only here for this specific portion of the line. And when they get bombarded with that stuff, I mean, I guess it's easier for a Japanese audience since they could just go to the store, pick one thing up, and then leave. But for people importing, it's a bit more of a nuisance if you're not already in it,
Right.
Plus, I would not say that any of this is an indication of Geo's popularity. I think if they were still doing another Riders and Time Machines, that would be an indication of popularity.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
I need more another Riders.
No, I understand.
Sorry about that.
No, I mean, no skin off my bones.
No, I was just talking because Josh.
I need the another Riders.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking specifically about the poor sales of the Time Machines. Yeah, I had no idea who you were apologizing to.
In general.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, Geiz Majesty also has. We were talking so much about the stickers. All the gold, I guess, with the exception of the feet, is paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 2 tones of gold as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it really only seems that mainly the watches and like the face are stickers.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part.
You know what? I do genuinely love when they point out subtle things like that, because like so rarely we see people being their own champion and like bolstering the work that they've done. But they're like, hey, this is a cool thing we did. This isn't just regular gold, guys. This is 2-tone gold, and we did it. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's also
like they're accurate. So proud of it, and it makes me happy. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Speaking of
but
accuracy,
like for Candy Toy, as as it's sort of known to be like a budget-friendly line, like you don't normally get this sort of attention to detail
No,
Soto is really the only avenue that I see it in. Well, maybe Converge and I guess the quality aspect must be like an older issue.
That's
and
fair, yeah.
they're doing a lot to dispel that with these
Plus, it was
releases.
also like when they started Soto, the initial news that I looked up, they basically introduced it by saying, normally you would be led to think that, something of this quality would not be possible for a candy toy figure, but we wanted to change that.
That's really cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
Innovation's the name of the game, and they're... Oh man, it's beautiful. This is a wonderful time.
And that's also like, I mean, I'm not surprised by the Geiz Majesty figure, but like, it just continues in the trend of Soto. Like, this form would never get any other kind of figure.
Right.
So for this, to have this I love it. So,
and it's interesting to see how I feel like in a way Soto is becoming like the mainline figure.
It really is at this point. They are the only ones who come close to doing everything.
Because the thing is, like
RKF is only taking care of the major upgrades.
Right. And they lean in so hard to DX, sound making toys that the actual standard figures just can't keep up with that in a meaningful way.
Right.
They've gotten to where there's just like, okay, we'll cover all of the main characters' important forms.
Yeah. Right. And that's generally what I would have. I feel like everyone would have wanted out of Figure Arts, but they're like even less. They're like super boutique items now.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like at some point during O's, they just broke, and they were just like, oh, we can't do everything like we thought we could.
Yeah, exactly. They tried to do some of those random combinations, but it wasn't going to work out.
And now they've smartened them and just said, okay, screw it, we're adding a form change gimmick for O's.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It's really what you have to do.
Also, Cape. Yes, because it's using the wizard armor part, so it actually can be rotated.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so this form is a lot of it is a repaint of the wizard armor. So
right, which is another reason why this was such an easy thing to do.
That's true.
Oh, the cape is also PVC, so it's a little bit flexible.
Yes, it is.
That's right. Loves me some PVC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always prefer the capes that are like that compared to just like the solid plastic.
Yeah.
And it also comes with what was it called? The wing lance.
Yeah. Knight's sword vent.
Oh yeah.
Which nice. I forgot
so,
that.
I guess that's spoilers for the movie.
Well, not really. We knew that before.
Huh?
We saw a picture of that before.
Oh, did we? Okay, I didn't know if it was fair game or not.
Yeah, there was a picture of him holding, holding that sword specifically, just to kind of prove that he can summon secondary rider weapons.
Right. That's something that I do kind of want to dispel as hey, this is a general thing that we should keep doing. If some people do kind of not want to be spoiled on that information. As much as it is sort of
Well, to be fair, in the blog post, they said there was no spoilers for the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, there have been times before, with the... I think it was when they showed off some photos for Shinobi, and even with Hatari, when it was when the Shinobi spinoff was far long gone, they still said, by the way, there's a spoiler for a certain scene from the Shinobi spinoff in these photos.
Yeah.
And it was just because of the way they posed the figures to recreate a scene.
Right. Okay.
So they're cool about it. And also they show him holding Xeranos' weapon because, hey, Premium Bandai. Buy the set.
Yeah.
If you buy the Premium Bandai set, you can give him the weapon. So, but yeah, no, I'm really happy that they're including the, Knight's sword. I like that we're getting a lot of weapons that, don't have Soto figures that we could maybe one day get.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of...
someone... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, hey, Josh, since you weren't on the last episode, how'd you feel about that set? This wave?
Oh, I love that option part set. I think it's just so, like, wonderfully... It's wonderfully ridiculous. Because I didn't expect them to ever do that. Especially to, like, the capacity that they did. Because, like, I have the Grand Geo figure because I like that form. And I was perfectly content with it just having, like, you know, his regular sword. But the fact that they're giving you all these options... the only part of it that I don't really care for is the logos from the Overquartzer movie. But...
I don't think anyone in the U.S. audience cares. I've not seen a single person be like, oh man, they did it! And I say U.S. specifically just because apparently it was requested a lot. From the survey, so someone wanted it. I'm not gonna yuck their yum.
I just don't know who's gonna display that, but
right.
I mean it's neat. Like I guess it is cool that they're including it if people wanted it, but you know, but overall, I'm really a big fan of that weapon set. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I mainly just like it for the precedent it sets because, like I brought up in the last episode, I think they previously said something to the effect of, by the way, if you want to request something that's kind of out of the norm for Shodo, then go ahead. And this seems like an effect part, I would say.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know it probably... I mean, it could one day, but at least for now not lead anywhere, but that's option parts, or the option set is just filled with weapons set for characters that don't have Shodo figures. So I would love to see them be repurposed for that eventually.
I'm sure that they could probably fit it all in one box, but I just thought, when I saw this, I wonder what the box set is going to look like with this. Yeah. Is it just going to be extra long?
I guess you're right, because they did... Well, it is just a lot of smaller accessories.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I was surprised.
It probably equates to a figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about all the plastic adding up, but I was shocked that it is just one box.
When they showed the big image of all the accessories, I was genuinely just looking like, oh no, is this going to be like a premium Bandai set? And then I saw AI05 at the top.
Yeah.
It's like watching a Nintendo Direct.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, since you mentioned AI05, we do finally have the full lineup of everything. So Geo Ride 12 includes Omaform, Geiz Majesty, a Grand Geo option part, and then this Comrade or Thouser guy. So I guess
who's that?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
well, I never saw him in Geo. I don't think he's real.
Yeah, I don't think he's in Geo at all.
I think he leads the Kashin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes,
which is also in the set.
That's right. I forgot.
Strangely, though, he is sponsoring this episode.
Yeah.
Just got to put that in here.
That's true.
Sponsored by Zaya.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Zaya.
Yes. I included an MP3 in it for you to use.
Thank you. Hey, I guess I did sort of want to lead into a bit of a discussion about what should, what, I don't know, not necessarily should, but is there a way they could lessen the impact of, I don't want to say outrage, because it's not outrage, it's just annoyance of people who...
I think what it comes down to is that I knew that we had a lot of Geo catch-up to do. And we still have a lot of Geo catch-up to do. We have 4 more figures that we're waiting on. And, out of the 6 that we were waiting on. So we're getting there. But I obviously didn't expect this situation to happen.
That's the thing.
I think
new
it mainly
collectors
comes down to
aren't here expecting any of this baggage. They just want a new line.
It's cool that we're getting the option set. I really don't think the reissue of Kashin was needed. In the grand scheme of everything, Since that does
I agree.
Since that does exist already, and you can get it.
Well, the reason that they did specifically is because people in the survey specifically said, I haven't been able to find this. Like, I guess it's because maybe Ride Plus isn't being stocked as much as the numbered waves, maybe.
Maybe.
I agree with that, but the other thing of it is, like,
and I know people might want
this set.
I know, yeah. And I mean, people might. I get why people would want to like army build Kashins because they do show up multiple times like that.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
but
really, just the movie.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, it was just the movie.
But like, I wonder what sort of effect this might have on people pre-ordering these. You know what I mean?
I know I saw someone say that like, what else would they have put 01 in this set based on where the show's at right now? Because they are pretty caught up with the show.
Yeah, you said it yourself last night. There's still movie stuff.
That's what I was just gonna say. The movie stuff.
Yeah, but also it's like Kashin just takes up one slot, so it's like, okay, we'll just add that here.
Yeah. It's just weird that out of a box of 8, Geo is taking up 6 of the 8 boxes.
I know. I'm speaking for the newcomers in a perspective that I didn't have in that, like,
because I know Thouser
for all this Geo baggage. They just want 01 and that's it.
And Thouser would be a desirable 01 figure, especially if you're collecting like the main riders of the series and stuff like that.
Right.
And so, I totally get that. Because of the fact that we still don't have any movie stuff, and because of the fact that there's not a lot of 01 stuff, it's like, that they still need to do to be caught up right now. I have a pretty good feeling that set 6 is just going to be a lot of movie stuff.
That's fine.
And probably Metal Cluster Hopper to like lead the set.
Mm-hmm. My main thing is just sort of like, we're fans of Soto,
right?
But some people collecting are just fans of 01.
Mm. Well,
no, yeah, absolutely.
What I'm thinking is, if you buy the box sets, then hey, you can just like maybe sell these off. If you're like piecemealing it, then it's not going to be too hard. It may be hard to find it at a price you'd want, but it's not going to be too hard to maybe even just search up as something as simple as eBay to get Thouser. Because it's like you'll have people who are you'll have people who are selling the full figure, not just like the individual boxes.
Right, and I like a trip to Mandarake will do you good. It's just the thing of like, for places like Ami Ami and sites like HLJ, it's like people pre-order these months in advance without knowing what's in them and just sort of assuming. Like, we always just sort of assume it's gonna be this, it's gonna be something I want, and I'm just gonna get it. It's like a subscription box.
Yeah. Like, you're gonna collect them all, so you just go for it.
Yeah, but hopefully people...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, like, and then this year when people are like, hey, really like this subscription box, I'm buying into it. Wait, this is not what I want. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, just newcomers into it. It's not newcomer friendly for a Western audience.
I would say, hopefully, if they are in the know enough to like pre-order Soto sets, hopefully they would at least have heard at some point, hey, there's going to be a lot of Geo content in this series. Yeah. Because there's like half a dozen things that are going to need to be covered.
Well, like, I don't know. It's just, it does seem a little unfair.
I definitely understand that perspective, but I mean, not to change gears here, but I was just thinking here, like, we have all these Geo stuff in the retail 01 because they said that's what was going to happen. But which, I mean, yeah. So like, I'm not surprised in that aspect, but it is surprising and it really worked out in their favor that 01 didn't have a lot of stuff for them to really do. Like, we kind of have this gap, but it makes me wonder, like, what would have happened if 01 was as heavy as a series to do as Geo? Like, what would have happened to these Geo figures? Would we still have been getting them?
Honestly, we'd get set 12 and 13. That's genuinely what I think. They would release those just later.
You think they would just call them Ride 12 and Ride 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, if
that's my theory.
If they had enough knowledge ahead of time to make this sort of decision, they probably also would have just said, yeah, we're going to do a premium Bandai set, because at that point we would not be we would not be living in the timeline where they said we're not doing an end of series premium Bandai set.
True, yeah. I'm still shocked that they didn't just do the Movie Riders as a premium Bandai set and then do Tsukiyomi Omoform and Majesty here.
I'm happy about it though.
No, I mean I am too. I mean,
it's
granted,
just it's harder now for me as a fan to recommend Soto to people, because there is just so much baggage that people were not privy to.
And I think this is going to happen again very soon.
Because I know it will. I think
what will happen,
it will be harder.
I mean, I have no idea, but just from what I'm guessing, since Tsukiyomi's in Reiwa the first generation, they'll probably throw her into the set that they do all the 01 related things for that movie. Because it's just fitting. But then you have the Movie Rider trio, which I don't see them breaking them up. I feel like they're just all going to happen at the same time. So that would be another set that they take up 6 slots for.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's rather fortunate for us, unfortunate for 01 fans. Like I will distinguish it as like 01 fans versus your standard Soto fan.
Right.
Or I guess your standard 01 fan versus your Soto fan.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a bit more standard than people being a fan of Soto.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a mixed bag for me. I'm of two minds with this. I absolutely love that this is retail, but I do understand the people who did not subscribe to this.
Yeah.
That is like when she brought up pre-ordering without knowing what you're going to get, I just thought, oh, that's right, because for people who don't know, AmiAmi does have a rule in place that says we might cancel your pre-order once in a while, but if you do it too much, we're going to ban your account.
Yeah.
And I did have that thing happen where I just kind of had to I can't remember what it was at this point, but I did have to cancel it because frankly I saw it at a much better price somewhere else. I didn't say that.
Hey, that's fair.
But they did just kind of let me know, it's okay, we have canceled your subscription, please don't do this too often.
Yeah.
Never do this to us again.
Don't break our hearts like this again.
I did this one time and I really didn't like it. I had to bail on an order because they had the wrong address, and they're just, at that point, it's fixed now, but at that point their shipping system was so stringent that I couldn't switch it. So I just waited for that to expire, and then once they came back in stock, because hey, they're one extra of each of those things that I didn't buy in stock now, bought them up, and it was just fine.
Yeah. Their system does in some ways look a little bit outdated to me.
A little, yeah. The very stringent, and I don't want to end up shitting on AmiAmi or something, but the stringent approach to canceling pre-orders is a little.
I mean, I get it, but also I just feel like
strange.
It could be allowed.
It feels like it's probably. I get the vibe from their layout that maybe they're just from a different time, maybe. Because also, there was a time where before I started using AmiAmi regularly, apparently I had basically signed up with an old email address that I don't use anymore, and what I had read at the time was that, oh, you might not be able to change your email address with your account. And I just thought, what?
That's not okay.
But I was apparently that's like an outdated fact, and apparently if you just explain them like in an email, yeah, this is my account, I'd like to change the email address, please, they would be able to do it.
Yeah, I guess they don't necessarily make things easy. Stuff fell. Yeah.
Positive note.
Anyway.
Positive note, AI04 is coming out, or it has come out.
Yes, and I I almost was not able to ship it out with what is it? shodo-x 7?
Yes.
The one with Blade?
7.
No, the one with
the one they just showed
V3
off.
and stronger.
X.
Yeah. X is what I said. What did you say?
You said stronger.
That's exactly what I said. No, I did not. That's not the future I'm in. Hey, remember when I said that Grease was the only one I didn't sticker?
Oh yeah, that's not true.
Apparently that was a lie. I didn't sticker Gorilla Man.
Oh, did those boxes just kind of fall into view? You just look down at it?
No, I built it. I just didn't sticker it.
Oh, good job.
But hey, that's fine. Did we want to move on to our topic?
I did want to say real quick, I can't actually remember if you and I mentioned this in the previous episode, but apparently you do get 2 bodies for metal build. Someone did confirm it in our chat.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why that was up for debate.
I could see
Just
it because it's a minor character, but I guess technically it's also build.
But the nature of, I get, paying homage to how you only got one of each thing in a set before. That's not what complete sets are. Like, by way of their name, it's
also
gonna
like
have to be complete.
It's also like a previous series, so it's like, how does this factor in? And also, technically, you could. I think you would personally make the argument that there's 4 different things to display.
He would make the argument.
Oh yeah, that is my argument because I'm trying to do that.
He's
That's
getting
exactly what I'm trying to do.
He's getting Brian's extras.
Yes, I am. Yeah,
because Brian doesn't care about metal build. He just wants the 0-1 stuff.
Sorry for all the rustling sounds. I'm looking for the stickers for this Gorilla Man, but I can't locate them.
I will say that picture that
chat, I don't know if you've seen anything since then, Corey, but or Josh, but someone in our chat was saying they couldn't really find any videos of the metal build figure, and they couldn't find any videos that confirmed whether you could swap the eyepieces.
Oh, to have the old ones on there? Yeah,
like Kaizoku Resha.
Oh, right. I heard the rumblings. I did not partake in the discussion though.
I am not aware if you can or not.
Because I was saying that whenever I would try to look for like a video to confirm, does this transformation item do this thing? Usually my rule of thumb is if it's been out for about a week and no one has pointed it out, then it probably doesn't do that thing.
That's fair, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Because they will show you everything that you can do. But I would say,
right, yeah.
I would also say
if
you've got the previous hazard form, maybe you don't all have a head for each of them, but I feel like the head would be easy to just swap on.
True.
This is strange.
Yeah.
This may potentially be not good.
Uh-oh.
I have, well, not the worst, I suppose. I have the sticker pieces for box 3, which is for Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And I've already stickered her up from the... Wait, no, this is AI-03. I'm very confused. Anyway, never mind. Sorry.
Are you saying that AI-02 came with the sticker?
No, I think I put my AI-02 Vulcan belt stickers on AI-03 Valkyrie.
Lightning Hornet?
Huh?
Lightning Hornet, or?
I mean, the sizes were the same.
I mean,
okay, so no problem.
Hornet from Wave 3, right?
I guess not. I mean, all my... Oh, no, wait. I just didn't sticker Valkyrie.
Oh.
That's what that is. I'm figuring this out as I go. This is my 03 Valkyrie, not... Anyway.
The Lightning Hornet one?
Lightning Hornet, yeah. Hey, did we have anything we wanted to discuss about this blog post before we move on to our topic?
Next week?
Oh, yeah, there you go. You can say it.
I was about to say what I think you were going to say.
Yep, that's yeah.
Fine, no one say it then.
Okay.
Good, no one's gonna get to know.
O's set 2.
Wait, what about it?
They're gonna start showing off O's set 2 next week.
Oh, cool. All right.
Nice.
O's cool.
O's cool. So yeah, that's happening.
Ryuso's cool.
Yeah, I think that was about it for. Yeah, that was it for the blog post.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Malunis.
Mm-hmm.
You bought toys? I bought toys.
Mm-hmm.
You stickered and painted toys?
Mm-hmm.
I did not finish that.
I still only have AI01.
Good job, Josh.
Yeah.
That's good.
I bought way too many watches, so I didn't buy that.
That's
Gee, look away if you want to avoid AI02 spoilers.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah, you gotta get out of here, Josh.
Oh, I know.
You gotta get out of here. But yeah, let's talk some AI02.
Oh, you know what? I actually have a little bit of follow up from the last episode. Actually, so you have time to sticker your figure a little bit more.
You mean I have time to find the stickers for my figure?
That's
okay.
it.
So you need the time even more. So yeah.
Sure.
I brought up the question in our Discord because I was curious if anyone had the DX Breaking Mammoth on hand. Because, the Breaking Mammoth is going to be probably not as big as the Shodo Time Machine, which means it's especially not going to be in scale with the giant Sentai mecha from the show.
True.
Right.
So I thought, I wonder if the DX toy will be about the right scale. I'm just looking at what someone gave for the measurements. It was something in meters. It was like 6 meters or something. It basically equated to...
the measurements they have on the Toei website.
Yeah, the TV Asahi website says that Breaking Mammoth is 7.68 meters tall.
Oh.
And our Discord, I just kind of illustrated how tall it is compared to 01. 01 does not even... he just barely goes past the ankle of that mecha.
Oh dear.
If you... So yeah, I found a photo that someone took of Shodo 01 next to the DX Breaking Mammoth. The Shodo figure goes up to the knee of DX Breaking Mammoth, but hey, that's close enough. That's as big as you're gonna get.
That's not bad. I mean, I know having the deluxe Tie My Jeans from last year, it scales pretty well with Shodo.
Oh yeah, the Time Machine is actually, someone also provided the measurements for the Time Machine. It's a little bit shorter than Breaking Mammoth, but I found a comparison shot of the two DX toys side by side. Yeah, Time Machine is pretty tall compared to the Breaking Mammoth. That means it's probably more realistically in scale with Shodo.
Yeah, I think it fits really well because I have a while ago I took a picture of the Shodo quiz figure inside of it, and it fits like perfectly.
Nice.
So
yeah, and the other cool thing is that because RKF has just been like 5-inch, that's not too far from 4-inch, which means that the figures fit just fine inside.
True.
Yeah.
Like I found another photo.
Yeah, I mean that was the same thing with the Time Machine last year, where the same scale thing. So.
Mm-hmm. I found a photo where someone had the Shodo 01 figure inside. The whole idea with the Breaking Mammoth is that the head is supposed to kind of line up so that you see 01's face behind it. That more or less works with the Shodo figure.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
Then how much smaller is the Shodo one compared to the DX one? Like, how far off are we?
I don't know.
I mean, I would say it's still a considerable amount due to what they have to do.
Sure.
But I mean, but honestly, like, what I would prefer to do, I mean, I know the Shodo one gives you all the articulation and everything, but honestly, I feel the set's more worth it if you just want the bike and then just get the deluxe mecha to have your representation for that form.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm currently using a mic that has a longer cord, so I'm just gonna walk over to my table here where I have a bunch of stuff on display, and I'm actually gonna get out the last Sentai mecha to see what the height is in measurements in inches.
Okay.
Because I have a hunch that this is probably going to be how big Breaking Mammoth is. It would probably be 6 inches tall.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because the Time Machine is actually a little bit taller than this Sentai mecha. So that actually makes sense to me as far as how tall it would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that just means Sentai Mech are just wildly out of scale with Yudo.
Mm-hmm. Someone brought up how someone in our chat brought up how the measurements don't really matter too much because apparently I think they say it was the Zhu Ranger mecha is supposed to be like half the size of most Sentai mecha.
Oh, really?
And it just looks like the same size as everyone else in crossovers.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean that's the same size as the suit. Why is that the case, though? Why, if you're making an arbitrary scale, what is the point?
That's true. They just make these up.
You know what it is, honestly? I think that whoever comes up with the stats for the website is just some paid intern or unpaid intern. Because the thing is that the stats have never mattered. Like someone actually...
Right.
Someone kindly brought up the fact that Kamen Rider Poppy is actually a little bit stronger than Kamen Rider Evil.
That's fantastic. It's the power of motherhood, man.
Yeah, it's like what was it? It says here punching power 60 tons. Evil's punching power is 58 tons.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong here.
Nope. It's just like how all like if you ever look at like the final form comparisons and just like how weird they all are compared to each other.
Yeah, someone brought that up in response to me saying that I couldn't remember exactly what it was, but there was a final form that's technically weaker than Gaim's watermelon armor.
That's hilarious.
I think it was Kuga's final form, which makes it even funnier.
Yeah,
that is weird.
Hey, so yeah,
especially for how big of a deal that form is meant to be.
Fantastic. Hey, you know what just happened?
Yeah.
I finished stickering. My homework is done. We can now start the discussion.
You're welcome.
Long enough.
Thank you. Hey, let's talk about AI02.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, they're all on the floor now. Hey, this is so we got I guess the one that I really want to talk about is Valkyrie because I think everyone has a different approach to Valkyrie just because she is lacking so much in terms of detail that everyone I feel like everyone's done something different with their Valkyries because no one's truly satisfied right out of the box.
Yeah, and
so,
there's a lot of things that I want to talk about with Valkyrie, but do you want to do this in like numbered order? Because I do have the order right in front of me.
Okay, yeah, sure, because I don't remember it.
You have 01 with Flaming Tiger and Hidden Dragon. I mean, Freezing Bear.
Yeah. These are nice, and it really, it shows the extent that they'll go to allow for storage for all these hands, which is strange because I don't know. Looking at Chronicle O's, it's like why isn't everything but I guess that's really an O's thing. But for these guys specifically, it's all very well done. Everything's well placed. Everything has a place.
I would go so far as to say that they didn't even need to include the what you have kindly dubbed the hand sasser.
Yes. Because that was Google Translate, not
good.
me.
Fair enough. You filed the copyright for it, the trademark.
Sure. Oh, sure.
Yeah, you definitely did that.
Yeah, but the reason I say that is because technically the reason that they had to was because it comes with its own set of hands for the form, as well as just generic 0-1 hands.
Right.
So it's like, technically, if you guys really, really want to display every set of hands that this form encompasses.
Mm-hmm. And, I will say, out of the two, I as a suit, I love Freezing Bear the most, but as a toy, I'm leaning toward Flaming Tiger.
It's a real good design.
It's stellar. This guy,
especially
like
for
everything just sort of
context.
flows well. Yeah. Everything just flows well. Like the reds are they're all painted for one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I don't know, it just has a strong synergy with the rest of the suit. It looks so good. And you have, just the standard Shodo base body to bolster it with articulation. And that's not to say that Freezing Bear is bad or anything. It's just, it's a bit more of a frustrating experience. For me, the shoulders are a bit more like you just have to deal with them, and especially with the way they loosened everything. They're long and they collide with the forearm stuff, so like they're liable to pop off a little easier, and it's just having all that stuff collide or just handling it in your hands, at least for the arms, it's a little unwieldy. It's not as easy of a play experience as Flaming Tiger.
How do you feel about... I was going to say, how do you feel about the sticker they have to apply on the body?
I thought it was fine. It is... I am glad that they went with this route, I guess. It is strange seeing that hole in the center, but like, what are you even going to do about it? Like, I can't really complain. They did such a good job here. And I thought that was a smart move to place it underneath. It keeps the body nice and lithe looking. Yeah. It's a good time, and I do love the two tones of blue. Well, like the translucent plus the paint over it. It gives it such a unique look. I just wish, for me, the stickers look exactly like a sticker. Where they're placed on him, which is a bit unfortunate because like that's really the only thing holding it back. But yeah, I'm probably just being a bit more critical on this one because I wanted to love it so much more.
Yeah,
because that's fair. I love ice.
The shoulders, I did have that kind of problem as well. One thing the reason I kind of put these two together is that they're very similar kind of forms because of the hands.
Yeah. They do serve as a very good like yin yang. Because one's fire, one's ice, and like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm glad they're paired together.
Yeah, and they've also got an extra set of hands.
Yeah.
Those are very nice.
So yeah, I mean, overall, these two, it's a good 0-1. I just like Flaming Tiger better as a toy. It's a bit easier to play with.
It is.
That's fair.
It is technically. Would you say it's technically the last time we were going to see this body for a little while until they decide to do those what if forms?
I'd say so.
They could use it for Kangaroo from the Hyper Battle DVD.
Oh, you're right. We'd probably get a, Telebicon thing.
Because they still.
I do wonder how the aftermarket's going to react now that Shodo's a bit bigger of a name.
I wonder, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for things like the Telebicon pack-ins.
Do we want to talk Punching Kong?
I love this form.
It's fun, man. Really, I have two gripes, and they're not even that bad. Like, it's the same shoulder thing, except... it's the same shoulder thing as with Freezing Bear, they hang so far down and they collide with like that little nubbin of the forearm piece. So you can't get as much range of motion. And like the shoulder pads don't even go up too far, but like it's a gorilla. It should be limited, I guess. It's just big. And the hands, it's a little hard to get the hand holes to work right with the forearm stuff. But other than that, it's such a fun figure. What do you think, Malunis?
Yeah, it's funny. I do really like this form. It has a nice, strong silhouette, which is good because of its motif. But I mainly like this because it gives you an entire Vulcan body that you can actually use for like alternate forms.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we have seen a what if form for Vulcan in Rising Hopper that kind of confirms, okay, he just uses the entire white body with armor attached to it.
I love how that looks. I want them to do a figure.
Is it something possible with Soto, or do you have to change it?
I think it would be possible. I think you just have to do like chest armor, shoulder armor, and a head.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot.
That's literally the standard for Soto.
Yeah.
But I mean,
no. I just meant
I meant would be able to make it work.
Huh?
What I'm saying. I'm saying Soto would be able to pull it off. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that meant, oh, hey, you have to make a completely different chest, arms, head. Like it's not just the 01 stuff.
Oh no, it's actually like a unique armor design.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, then if you wanted to do it yourself, you couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, when I say that you can, when I say that you can put alternate armors on, I mean using what's currently in the line.
Sure.
Yeah, just a little bit of a small limitation because we still have not seen anything about what if forms, and there's like more of those than there are of everything canon.
Yeah.
And now
strange.
And now we also have like 2 different types of monsters that they could work with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
thanks for the helpful image, Josh. That's good. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm not liking it anymore. That
looks cool. Actually, no, I don't like it.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I started looking at the colors. I don't know.
The
colors aren't the best. To each his own.
But yeah, as Melissa was mentioning, they could do the Magia and the... What are the new ones called? I forget what they're called.
The Raiders?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they could do those. But they're not allowed to do them until they finish my Another Riders.
Don't worry, they will.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're not allowed. I refuse. I will go to Mega House personally.
You won't go to the standard house. It has to be the Mega House.
Yeah, it has to be Mega House.
Not Ultra.
Not Super Mega.
Yeah, not Ultra.
Hey, Valkyrie?
She is.
Unless you had any more points.
She is a perfectly fine figure on her own. Really sucks that she is not compatible with anything.
Yeah, well, she's compatible with Lightning Hornet.
That's true.
Wow, you're right.
You're right.
I'm so shocked that she can use her own form. What is this?
Wow.
She's also compatible with Russian Cheetah.
Whoa!
Yeah,
you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow. Like I said at the beginning of this discussion, I feel like everyone's treated her as a project and has approached her in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot of people painting it.
Until Corey showed me what he did with it the other day, I guess I didn't realize how much detail it was missing.
Mm.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Malunis, how did you handle Valkyrie?
So with Vulcan and Valkyrie, I use a lot of that sort of panel lining. Apart from that, the spots on her shoulders I painted in. The ones on her legs are, or at least on her thigh, those are printed on the sticker, so I couldn't really do anything about those.
Right, yeah, I don't know why they didn't mold that in. They mold so many other things in.
Yeah, that's weird. I will say, though, all that I did was very unnecessary amounts of panel lining. The only thing that I think is necessary is the lines on her face underneath the eyes, because those are part of the silhouette.
That's true. I guess you're right. That is necessary. Fine,
yeah,
I'll do it. But it's just it. Like I said, she feels like a project. And when Vangelis was on, he was talking about Soto is also arts and crafts time. It's it's that's part of the fun. It's a feature, not a bug. So yeah, I took my arts and crafts time to mean not just paint, but I will meticulously cut out each and every triangle. Not each and every, but most of the triangles, the larger triangles, those stickers, and fit them in.
You do you, man.
It was. I didn't want to rub off the paint on accident. You know what I mean? Like that's just my thing. I kept the forearm one because I just wasn't dealing with that. There's a black line on there. I cut out that little black line on the shoulder. I don't know if you
can't
can
believe
see
you did that.
I can't believe I did that either.
That sounds so difficult.
It was stupid. But you know what? I really like how it turned out because I didn't have to bring any paint to it. Outside of, I did paint the spots on her forehead, and I cut out the black crest. I cut out some more black sticker for the crest on her forehead. Right. And then I also cut out some silver bits for her ear holes because those are supposed to be white, and I just didn't have any white sticker.
Right.
That's fair.
For some of the stickers, I just sort of cut out little chunks of like 3 spots, so I didn't have to do the individuals.
Yeah.
But
one thing I will say, this could have been even more of a thing if the plastic had not turned out as good as it is. Because like the thing is, you look at the photos and you think, oh, that looks like some bright orange plastic, and when the show has kind of got a metallic color. But when you have this in hand, the plastic's metallic.
Yeah, it's really nice. It has this nice sheen to it. Like, I wasn't expecting it. It's a little, I don't want to say this is a bad thing, but it's a little browner, but that's just, to make it look a little shinier. I like it. Valkyrie, to me, one of my, I'd say one of my better ventures in doing my own thing with something.
Nice.
And I just sort of wanted to highlight that Soto is sort of like a model kit, and you can do what you want with him. You can go as far as you want.
Just to kind of elaborate more on what I don't like about the approach to the figure. I guess first of all, the proportions work fine. Like when you're putting her in a pose, when you have her standing there, it does kind of highlight, oh, that torso has been made a little bit shorter than everyone, but the legs and the arms, well, the legs are very close to being the same length, so it kind of creates this sort of weird look proportionally. But like, and
I
also
didn't notice,
like,
honestly.
It's just like, oh, it seems like they kind of overcompensated to make her look a little bit more feminine.
I've seen worse.
Power Rangers.
So I guess I've been brainwashed to think that this is probably more fine than I guess it should be. But
well, it's just like the reason I bring it up is that when I saw how she looks when she's just standing there, I thought, oh, that looks a little bit weird compared to the other figures. But then when I start putting her in poses, okay, she wears it well.
It's a pretty good figure.
Yeah, it's definitely, like I said before, it's a very good standalone figure. The problem that I get with it is that we specifically established that hey, you can swap the limbs on the figures. You can have them wear each other's forms. That's cool. Her chest is so small that she can't actually wear anyone else's armor. They can't wear hers. You can't swap the limbs because for the thighs, the peg size for the thighs is a little bit different than the other figures. So
oh no.
And the arms...
Open your thighs. For the next thighs.
And the arms are a little bit shorter, so they look a little bit weird when put on other figures. So basically, it's like every part of her is just kind of tailored to only look good on her.
I mean, it's not... It sucks that the armors can't swap, but, like, it's not something that I mean, we were expecting it. I don't know. It comes with the territory. They're working with a different workflow with her figures. So, I don't know. If it's between the playability of the form swaps or the playability of the figure itself and how it looks, I'd go with, like, figure individually, not just help to weave this grander tapestry. As much as I usually like weaving a grander tapestry with all of these figures together, it's that individual experience, that standalone experience you were talking about, that I really appreciate.
And
for each figure.
Technically, we did know about it because hey, we've been covering these blogs, but also But I will say I did not anticipate it being that much of a difference because this is my first time having a female writer in Shodo.
Oh, I guess I've had two so far.
Yeah,
these two.
The Poppy figure is pretty good.
Sorry about that. That was a notification.
Oh, now you're roboting.
For a second there, I thought I had to run because I thought it was a razor.
So, you had two female figures, you said?
Yeah, so far, one of them's not technically a rider, but I have Poppy and I have Nico from the Premium Bandai set.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I had to get her. I didn't really care about Cronus. I really was just after her, because, like, she's the only character that I really liked in that show. And unfortunately, she was premium, so that's just how it had to happen.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. I feel like now, if Shodo was to the level it was now, that would have been retail.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Retail in the next guys in builds line.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I guess that is true because it was kind of unprecedented.
I still only think
is my main thing. Like, I'm saying if Shodo was at the level it was back then for X-Aid, we would have gotten it in build and it would have been
I think honestly that I disagree with that.
Okay.
Because I feel like we totally would have had a Premium Bandai G. It was an experiment. But I feel like we totally would have had
I agree with that. Like, for that time, of course it's premium. But now, I feel like that would have just been retail. Like, if it were done now.
Yeah, I guess so. The reason I would have disagreed is just kind of semantics, where I'm like, well, they probably wouldn't have known whether or not that would work.
I guess this is just a hypothetical and we can make anything up. So, yeah, I don't know. You are putting different constraints on it than I am.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it's semantics. That's why I called it that.
Yeah. This is some antics that we're doing. Hey, let's talk about Kamen Rider Green's Perfect Kingdom.
Wow.
Recently stickered.
Right there.
Recently stickered. Same with Punching Kong, man. I did it all.
Nice.
This figure is so cool. I don't care that there are so many stickers on this guy.
Yeah.
That is
it's a good
my.
Form.
Huh?
It's a good form.
Yeah, I love McDonald's. This is beautiful. Like the golden arches. The silver stickers on the legs, they work so well. All stickered up. There's just so much color to this guy. like, man, this guy can like. Oh, I don't know, man. This is so much fun. Yeah. I don't know the last time I was so taken aback by how incredibly fun looking the design is. Like, this is such a wild design.
Yeah, it's slightly divisive just because of how wild it is, but I've kind of grown to like it. It's like the thing that I had a problem with when I first saw it was, oh, that is probably too many different colors being mixed together. It would probably work better if it was one color, but at the same time, yeah, it works for the context.
Right. And design-wise, I'd say, like, colors aside, design-wise, he looks very much like a Gundam.
I can see it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I love this thing, man. Yeah. I'm mad at myself for not sticking him up sooner.
You know what I was not expecting, because I wasn't really paying much attention to the design, is when I turn him around and he's got wings.
Yeah, the wings do so much for me.
It does. It is cool because it kind of fills out the body in a way.
Yeah, it gives it such a great silhouette.
Mm-hmm. It also, I was when I first saw the design, I was also thinking it doesn't seem like the owl one is being represented too much on this design. That's a bit of a shame. I guess he's on the helmet, and then when I actually got the figure in hand, oh, they actually represent him pretty well.
Yeah, because owls have wing. Yeah, and the boosters on it too. Like, the imaginative play of the design for this thing, like the straight up design, it's got swords, it's got shields, it's got there are little canisters back there that probably aren't a jetpack, but you could use it as a jetpack, or even like a booster to help him run. Like, there's such an explosion of imagination here that I can't help but enjoy this thing thoroughly. Dude, this is stellar.
Yeah, and not to highlight the amount of stickers on it, but one photo that I thought was very funny when I first saw it, back when this first came out, I saw a photo of it unstickered, and it was like a Japanese Twitter account, they had some text that translated to Grease Perfect Hazard, and I thought, oh, that's a kind of a cool custom idea. And then when I got the figure in hand, they didn't make a custom. That's just how it looks.
Yeah. Hey, but that means you can just buy another. That justifies you buying another, because the custom's done for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you just need to switch the belt.
I wish we had your reaction on mic.
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
No, I mean, I wish we had your reaction when you opened it up before we started recording.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was annoying. I saw it. I was very upset. But you know what? I stickered Hirobi last night when I was talking to my buddy Chris, because we just got into stickering a bunch because we felt like being productive with our collections.
Is that what you did after I left?
Yeah, that's what we did for a solid.
How much longer were you guys in there?
10-15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But I was stickering him, and there are just so many stickers that, or not so many, a good handful of them that just frustrate you because they're over jagged parts. But going back to Build's handling of stickers, they're just over some smooth parts. They're rounded, but you're good. It's fine. It's such an enjoyable experience. The hardest stuff you're doing are the knees and the shoulder pads, and honestly, it's not tough at all. Maybe even the swords. It was a stream. Oh no, definitely the head crest. That was tough. But it's such a good stickering experience.
And also you get 2 different kinds of dog tags.
Yay! Dog tag! That they absolutely fought for Mega House.
I still love that story.
Hey, I made 2 different designs. Can we do both?
No, I love the exchange that they included where it was just like he really wanted to try to do both, or no, I think he just came up with 2 different designs, and then like when the Mega House guys got back to him, they're like, we decided to make 2. It is Soto after all.
Yeah.
Gotta love the Mega House guys.
Yeah, you gotta love them. Like, man, they're putting in the work. Dude, and this is just so cool. It's such a cool design. This is I mean, you know, this figure would not be as good if the design wasn't as good. So I feel like there's got to be some, you know, dues to the original design. It's not all Soto doing this, but like the way they translated it and made it a fun figure, unbeatable. Like, yeah, this is so cool. This makes me so happy.
So do you want to end the podcast on a high note? Because I was also going to say, oh, you know what? Speaking of stickering with other people, you guys both stickered your second Another Rider Wave together.
Did we not talk about that?
Nope.
I don't want to talk about those right now because those are...
That's fair. We're already going pretty long. So.
Angering. Yeah. We are going pretty long. We're over an hour.
We could talk for a while just about Another O's and his problems right there. So.
Oh my god, I hate that thing. Yeah, you know what? Another O's pelt showed up in the Overquartzer movie on the chair.
Oh, did it?
Right? Oh. That was like it was like a not cheetah, but like a tiger looking. It looked like his pelt. It was on the throne.
Oh, I guess. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't really make that connection.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they must have gone to the same material store or something.
That's true. The same material store.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess they are their material store. Same warehouse. Might not have been his pelt, but it might have been just the sheet of pelt they used. Look, I don't know. Hey, let's get out of here, huh? Yeah, all right, guys. Thanks for sitting through another episode. Once again, thank you for sticking with us while we've been taking a break and doing all this stuff. At the time of this recording, I still have yet to post some stuff that needs to go out, but slowly working that out, and I'm gonna be back putting out the audio only episodes on Anchor. So look out for those. Hopefully that'll be going pretty soon. I'm gonna do my best. This is tough, but I'll do my best. Also, who likes Pringles here? Raise your hand. Great, I see your hands, definitely.
Oh yes, we can all see that.
Yeah. Over at Go Mango, we did a really dumb thing discussing Pringles. If you want to listen to that, and yeah, I don't know. I've been pushing out a lot of content, so Soda Pop is getting some love again. Guys, did you have anything else you wanted to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'd say that's good.
No, not really.
All right, cool. So once again, special thanks to our sponsor, Zaya. They provide us with zero money. They just, are holding us hostage and have told us to say we're sponsored by Zaya.
We also have to keep the sponsorship. We have to talk bad about Hidden.
Right. Yes. So. Yeah. Hate that guy. He has bad jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Human gears are bad.
Yeah.
I guess you could say...
Isn't it weird how he never changes his clothes?
Well, I mean, he changes his...
You shouldn't expect... Does he really? Okay.
They literally
But, like,
have
why
to
would
sell
I be
clothes.
wearing canned beef? You're right. Yeah,
true.
yeah. But, I mean, would you want a CEO who smells and looks like canned beef? Or canned meat? Something that's on his shirt? You don't. You want Zaya Industries, a guy that wears all white and is Forever 24. Also, second sponsor, their brand new clothing line, Forever 24. It's really
Zaya
just a
wear.
clothing line of all white clothes. Zaya wear. Oh yeah, they have glasses. Buy those, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Zero money, 1000% satisfaction.
Oh, we get it.
John Naito!